Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, guys, to another edition of 60 Minutes with Mother Nature. Let me take off my shoes because I'm in Maryland and I want to be grounded. I want to see. So I'm really sorry for coming on this late, guys, but you know, my schedule is really so unstable. I'm in Maryland now, and I wanted to see what Maryland has available. So I'm here with my aunt. Remember the video that I did? This is my aunt, and she's gonna be my scribe. So we're working together as a team today. As I said, that discovering herbs can be such a fun experience. It can be something that you do with your grandchildren. It can be something that you do with your spouse. It's a wonderful way of learning something new. A lot of you are retired. A lot of you have a lot of time in your hands. And there's so much that you can learn. There's so much you can do. I mean, a lot of these herbs are North American herbs. They're not going to be typically herbs that we find in Jamaica. And so I have my, who is that on? Deborah, good afternoon. Good afternoon. She said, good afternoon, auntie. All right, who is on? 3 persons are on. If you're joining for the first time, let me know where you are joining from. I'm excited because I was at our home this morning. Even just a while ago, I went back there and I saw goat cola. I saw pork root. I saw dandelion. I saw common plantain. All these herbs that I'm talking about are herbs that grow in Jamaica as well. That is how I am aware of them and what is it that they do. But then I'm seeing herbs that I'm seeing for the first time, and I want to know what these herbs are. So we are going to go on our herb excursion. Just get the chart for me out the vehicle. There's a chart on the dashboard. So we have our chart that we want to go through. We're going to use our taste, we're going to use our 6 senses, and we're going to learn some new herbs. So I'm seeing, normally what we start is with the dominant herbs, those herbs that are dominant, and then we're going to work our way through to those herbs that are not so dominant. So while coming in from the airport yesterday on the road, you can imagine my eyes were just scanning both sides of the roads, and there was a particular plant that I was seeing that caught my eye. And this was a plant that Deborah, guys, if you're able to just reach out in the group and just post it, let others know that we are on. I'm so sorry for being on like this because my schedule is really dependent on those persons that are hosting me. So we're gonna be using our chart and we're gonna see how many herbs. Hey Aquarius, how you doing? How you doing? All right, so we're gonna see how many plants we can identify from this era. And funny enough, guys, I did an assessment last night with my entire family. How many persons did I go through? 5 or 6? 5 or 6 persons. And funny enough, this morning when I got up and started to go through the yard, after I leave here now, we're going to a herb shop. And usually, you know, it would have been better to go through the yard first before you go to the herb shop. But I'm going to be here for a short period of time. But already, most of the herbs that I'm going to the herb shop for, I am seeing the equivalent in the yard. So most of the herbs that I'm going to get is just that it's already dry. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna go to the herb shop to get them dry. But if there was no herb shop and if I was here longer, then what I would have done is we would have harvested because we are still, we're at now. Tomorrow is going to be the first quarter. So the moon is actually is intensing. So again, if you're harvesting herbs, you want to harvest herbs from the new moon all the way up to the full moon, ensuring that the peak time, all right, thank you, Deborah. The peak time to harvest the herb is like 3 days before the new moon or 3 days after the new moon. And some persons would say, is there any scientific evidence to support that? Yes, because we have to remember that the moon has a gravitational pull on the earth, and that gravitational pull affects all liquid on the earth, including the liquid or the sap or the medicine found in the plants. So once we move into full moon, what happens is that the moon's gravitational pull is at its highest point when the moon is in its fullness, because the moon has a magnetic effect on the sea, it has a magnetic effect on the water, every fluid. That's why the word menstrual, a menstrual cycle, that fluid cycle that the woman goes through, that fluid cycle takes place around about the full moon. All right. It is because of the amount of artificial light why we have women's cycles falling outside of the moon cycle. Originally, every woman's cycle was pretty much governed by the moon. And the word lunatic, persons who were mentally ill were considered to be mentally ill because of the gravitational pull that the moon has on the fluid in their brain. That's where the word lunatic, which means that their regulation is governed by the moon. So that is the same principle that we're going to be using to go on our excursion. So let me show you this plan. So, and pretty much we always start with the plants that repeat themselves. Now, I want you to look on this plant. And for those of you, so my auntie who is here, I'm gonna let her record it. She doesn't have her diary yet, but we're gonna do a herb audit, and I'm gonna show her how to do an audit. That is how to determine the medicinal use of the plants in and around you. Because most time the pharmacy is in your yard. So even for your daughter, my cousin, one of the conditions that she has, the herb for her is growing in the yard. That's the go-to cola. All right. And most of the other companies that I'm seeing. So this herb that you're seeing is called goldenrod. So you want to write down that one. Goldenrod. So you want to write it down, and normally you'd write down the common name, because that's what we work with. You want to write down the common name, goldenrod. And I did a bit of research on it, and just by looking at it, guys, when I saw this plant yesterday when I was coming in, I didn't know what it was. I just researched it. I didn't know what it was, but what I knew was one of the use of it. And that is that this plant is useful for kidney-related issues. So somebody can look it up, goldenrod. Yeah, you can write it down, goldenrod. I'm gonna taste the leaf to see what color taste it has. Because now that I know that it has the benefits of the kidney, because I saw some other uses. Golden, one word, goldenrod. My. It has, so it's slightly bitter. And it has a woody flavor. So the woody flavor that I'm tasting, which is kind of like an aroma, is a slight bitter, slight aromatic. You know what I'm saying? So there's no pungent, it's maybe a slight pungency, very slight, but slight bitterish. And what we do first is that we record the name, common name, and then when we go, we have a diary. So those of you that are watching, guys, what you will do, because I want to show you how to use the diary, what you're going to do is you would write down the common name, goldenrod, and then you would also look up the other common names, because those common names are important. And then the second thing we will do is write down the scientific name, because that is no universal name. And then we start to look up the family that is from, and then we start to look up the compounds. So we want to know the common name, the scientific name, the family that it is from, because that information is what we will now use to do research. All right. But I did look it up, and I found out. I'm using Leaf Snap, by the way. That's a software that we use. It's called Leaf Snap. And I found out that it is used for kidney stones. And it is used for persons who are having urine retention. So it is a diuretic. It's a diuretic. And it's used to treat kidney stones and those conditions. Well, we go into the details of that. But I'm seeing another one beside it. I want to know what that one is for. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to take a picture of it. That's this one. Oh, but this is the same one.
This is the same one before it blew.
Yeah. So it's white, but when it fully bloom, it's yellow. So that is plume goldenrod. All right. Let me see what else is here. I see another one all the way over there, and I want to know what that one is. So I don't have any shoes. Oh. Prickle. Someday I need something prickle for juke, man. So I'm going all the way over here, guys. Oops, hold on. Let me turn the camera around. And I'm seeing this flower. Wanna see what this one is? So this one looks like boneset. Let's see what it is. Let's smell the leaf. It doesn't have any scent. Doesn't have any strong aroma. Let me smell it. The flowers. Yep, it is boneset. Boneset. So this is boneset, and this is a herb that was predominantly used to set dislocated or broken bones. So it's called boneset. It's very high in calcium. The white flower that you see tells you that it is good for setting bones. And right now in Africa, there's a branch of natural medicine where those persons who fix bones, for men's good for enlarge. Deborah says prostate. Yeah. So Deborah is giving us some bit of information, and that, of course, you're talking about the urinary tract infection. You're talking about the plume goldenrod. Well, this is boneset. This herb is boneset. And boneset, as I said, is used for setting bone. The white flower is indicative of its high concentration of calcium from Google. So this herb basically is used to reset bone, and when the bones are set, they heal much faster. Now, this is another herb that I'm seeing. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. From all the way at the airport coming here, these were some plants that I saw constantly repeating itself. So here's how we approach it, guys. Here's how we approach what we do. When we go into the wild, we look at the herbs that are reoccurring constantly. Herbs that reoccur constantly is nature's way of emphasizing something. It's telling us something. So when we go to forage, or when we go to do our herb audit, whether we're going to forage, which is to look for herbs that can eat, or whether we go to do our herb audit, what we do is we look for the herbs that reoccur, that constantly reoccur in nature. And what we do is we understand that to be nature's way of emphasizing or making a point or telling us that these herbs that you're seeing are herbs that are needed in this particular area. So we've seen the plume goldenrod, we've seen the boneset. Let's see what else is here. I see another herb that grows as a vine. And let me just see what this herb is. Let's see if we can see what this herb is. Now, it grows berries. Hold on. It grows berries, and a lot of the vines that we see covering the forest here. So let me go and take a picture of it. No, not this one. Sorry, not this one. All right, here, I see another one I want to capture. This herb. Oops. This herb that you're seeing. This herb is dandelion. All right, this is dandelion. And as you can see, the thorns on it, or the prickle on it, here is another one. Hold on. All right, so here it is. This is dandelion. So a mature dandelion. So as you can look, you can see the prickly leaves. You can see the prickly leaves. All right, I'll show you a smaller one, and I want to show you the purple feature, and I think I'm gonna show you one when it is flowering. Oops. Pardon the toggling, guys. All right, that vine that you are seeing, it grows a lot as well here.
See up here. See up, don't go back.
Where?
Come.
Okay.
Come.
All right. All right, here it is too.
See up one not here. Right here, something.
Where?
Them, what are the, I look when to investigate the red one.
I'm gonna look on the red ones.
Yeah.
But let's look on these.
Okay.
They look like a type of grape. In Jamaica, we have one that looks like this. We call it black whisk. And it grows high in the mountains. Most herbs what we know about herbs that climb tree, according to the doctrine of signature, is they are good for the nerves. Most herbs that climb tree. So let's look on this one. Let's look on this one. Most herbs that climb tree are usually good for the nerves. So as I said, I'm using leaf snap, which is one of those accurate software tools that I see works very well in helping us to identify herbs. How many herbs you gone so far, Auntie?
3.
What are they?
Goldenrod.
Goldenrod.
Boneset.
Boneset.
Dandelion.
Dandelion. So we found so far, guys, goldenrod, boneset, dandelion, and we are on to our 4th, which is pepper vine. Falls, also known as falls grape. All right, and we know because we can see the fruit. So that's falls grape, or it's called heartleaf pepper vine. Heartleaf pepper vine.
This is another one. In the summer, spring, it grows berries, like raspberry, no raspberry.
Which one?
This one.
Oh.
Yeah. It grows berries, like blackberries. Blackberries, yeah.
All right, so we want to see this one, what this one is. This one, and it has a lot of thorn on it.
Yes.
So let's see what this one is. Let's see what this one is. All right, so let's see what this one is. And as I said, guys, so we're on to our, that would be what, plant number 1?
4.
Plant number 4. So we're growing, man. Our plant base is growing. Okay. So it's called wine raspberry. Wine raspberry. Let me see this one is. Look at this one. And my auntie is showing me this one. Look at how them pretty. Whoa. This. So guys, let me ask you a question. I want you to look at this herb. And I want to ask you, based on the color of the berries, what would this berry be good for? Based on the color of the berry, using the doctrine of signature, what would these berries be good for? What would that berry? All right, Deborah said blood. Very good. Thank you, Deborah. That is so correct. So let's see if we can find out what this berry is called. Let me see. Sweet. Sweet but bitter. All right, so this one is already. All right, so let's see what this berry is good for. It's sweet, but it's bitter. Let me find out. Somebody. All right, so my aunt was telling me to spit it out. My aunt was telling me to spit it out. No, I just told you that it is sweet, but it is bitter. Now, based on that information, see if you guys are following. The fact that it's sweet and it is bitter, what is that telling you? So I don't know this herb, never seen it in my life, yet I tasted it. And after tasting it, I realized that it was bitter. What is the bitter taste telling me? See if you guys remember. It's sweet, but it's very bitter. Well, I should say very bitter. It's sweet, but it's also bitter. Well, the sweetness is telling me, well, let me not preempt anything. It's called black alder. Black alder. All right? So it's, all right, it's clean the blood. All right, Deborah says it's clean the blood. Yes, it would clean the blood. That's one. It's one of the, that would be one of the benefits of it. So even without looking it up, we know it clean the blood. But what do sweet herbs do? Sweet herbs or sweet fruits provide the body with energy. Right? So this is a plant that would provide the body with energy. But the fact that it's bitter, bitters are deterrents. Bitter plants act as deterrents. You need a cleanse. Cheers, he said. Well, yeah. But what the bitterness is telling me, Auntie, is that it's what I'm going to use the word toxic, and toxic mean poisonous. But yeah. What we should understand poison to mean is that when a herb is toxic, it means that it should be taken in lower dosages. So even though I just tasted one, I know that unless I begin to do more research, do not taste more than one, because the fact that it's bitter, the nature is telling you that's a deterrent. It's not a pleasant tasting. It's not a pleasant tasting fruit. Because pleasant tasting fruits, what nature is telling you is that you can have a lot of it. Okay. Right? When it's bitter, nature is telling you that don't take a lot of this because it's medicinal, but it's possibly toxic. So if you eat a certain amount, it potentially can get you sick.
What's it called? Black.
It's called black alder. Is it black alder? Yeah, black alder. Or it is also called winterberry.
Okay.
Right, black alder. All right, how many herbs we down to now? 24 minutes and 30 seconds, and we are down to 4 herbs, right? What are the 4 herbs we have so far?
Goldenrod.
So we have the plume, goldenrod. What else?
Boneset.
We have boneset, boneset is a critical herb. If you're in the wild, you break a bone. That's why the herbs that when you set it, you would macerate the herb and strap it on, and it helps to set the broken bone. It's also very good for persons who have bone issues like bone
Strain.
density issues.
Okay.
Like if you're losing the density of bone, like person with osteoporosis, that herb would be good for that.
Okay.
Right? What else? What's the next one?
Dandelion.
Dandelion, which is good for the liver. And the other one was
Winterberry.
Winterberry. So I don't know this one, but we can do some more research on it. But if you were putting your diary together, you just learned 4 medicines that you can now use. And what you would do basically is all the pictures that we take, we tag them. And when we are filling out the diary, so on the page of the diary, and I'm gonna spend one session just for that. When we logging it in the diary, I'll show you how to catalog the picture and how to add the picture. Is it Jamaica dandelion that grow? No, there were. The Jamaican dandelion, the herb that we call dandelion in Jamaica is from the cassia family. The same family that Senapad is from and that King of the Forest is from. This dandelion is from a completely different family. And that is the reason why we can't use common name to properly ID plant. We have to use a scientific name, which is universal. All right, Auntie, you see any more herb here that we? So if you're looking, guys, what you're seeing is the repeat. Most of those herbs that you're seeing is a plume, is a goldenrod. And inside there is a dandelion, and inside there is the all of these plants that we looked at so far. These are the plants that are dominantly repeating themselves. So we're going through. What are those herbs that repeat themselves? Which one?
This one here.
The one with the...
This is oak.
What is it?
This is oak. But it's good too. If you have cotton problem with your inside your mouth, and you just boil it, rub it up or whatever, and take it and rinse, you know, do you call it astringent?
Astringent.
It's good. Oh. This is but you have different oak. You have the white oak, silver oak, and you have about 3 different oaks.
Okay.
So I'm not sure which one is this.
You want to come closer? Anybody hear what my auntie just said a while ago? Just talk a little. So, just tell them what you know about that plant.
Oh, the oak tree. You have about 3 different types of oak. Red oak, white oak, and I forget the other one. But if you have any problem in your mouth, you can boil it and take it and rinse your mouth, and it heals.
Oh, because it's an astringent, right? Yes. So it would be good for like pulling a tooth. All right, let's see if I can do a close up on it.
This one I think is not oak, it's silver maple. No,
silver maple?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. I think I see a wild yam as well.
You see a wild yam?
Yeah,
yeah. I see something like that.
Yeah, let me see this one.
I think I had this in my yard.
I think I see a wild yam. This one. This one here?
Yeah.
Wild yam. Looks like sarsaparilla.
Oh.
Let me see. So we're finding so many herbs. I want to apologize for the audio. But the next time I do this, I will have mics that will allow us to have better audio quality. And I hope you're hearing what we're saying. I see another herb here. Hold it for me, Aunt. Hold it for me. I want to do a close-up of it.
These are silver maple.
Hold on. All right, so the one that I just took is sweet gum. Or they call it alligator wood.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Oh?
Alligator wood. Let's
actually the oak later.
Let's do this one.
Carefully have prickles, I think.
All right, so this one looks like a wild yam.
Yeah. Some of the things them near though.
Yeah, man. See, look, I'm gonna take a picture where you can see the thorns. Let me see this one, but this is definitely, see the thorn on it?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like wild yam. And you know, wild yam is full of testosterone. So it's good for men with enlarged prostate. It's good for women with fibroids. So many herbs.
Wow. Wow.
Guys, are you having fun like how we're having fun? You having fun, Auntie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So this is actually an activity that I would encourage you to do with your grandchildren. I'm surrounded by a national forest here. Wish you could come. There is no cell phone coverage only. We can use.
Come on, let's go in the park.
This is catbrier. Yeah, catbrier this is common briar. So this herb that you're seeing is actually a cousin to cheney root. So this is common greenbrier is actually a cousin to cheney root, which is found in Jamaica.
Okay. All right, this is just one little part of the park, you know. Let's go around the lake.
I'm coming. Yeah. Wow. So many herbs.
Yep. How much minutes you have left?
I have 31 minutes gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally I do 60.
Oh, let's go. There's a lake.
Where I left the shoes?
Let me go get your shoes while I'm getting my jacket. You left your shoes right here.
Okay. So, but Auntie, we can stay here now. We don't exhaust here yet, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, man. We have more herbs that we can. Okay, it's blowing chilly now. All right, so that is the common Greenbrier, which is a family of wild yam, a family of cheney root. So if you're in the States and you want some cheney root and you can't get cheney root, that's an excellent herb. It has lots of testosterone, and that helps with sexual potency. The root is what is useful. And then I see a plant. Be careful, the weather is different. Yeah, Deborah, the weather is so different. Yeah, the weather is so different. So let me show you. I see a plant. I know it's not maple, but it looks like the maple. I wanna see what that plant is. Let me just go back over here. Oh, I have to let you guys see it as well. Hold on. This plant. It looks somewhat like maple. And there's lots of greenbrier here. Lots of greenbrier. Under the tree, there's lots and lots of greenbrier. I don't think I have to worry. I don't think there's any snake in this neck of the wood. And the greenbriers here are so thorny. I just felt one stick me in my pants. There's one. That's a greenbrier. This plant here is a greenbrier. And when I look under the tree, lots and lots of them growing up in the tree. So we know that that's a herb that we have to pay attention to. This is not one that we'd have to pay attention to, but I'm going to take a picture of it anyhow because it looks like a maple. I don't know. I want to know. Let me see what this is. Let me see what this one is. And under the tree, I'm smelling, I don't know which herb I'm smelling, but maybe it's the goldenrod that I step on that I'm smelling. All right.
Here's your shoes.
Don't walk barefoot. Who said don't walk barefoot? No, man. I have to ground, man.
Yeah, but you need to wear shoes.
Yeah?
Too much messy.
Oh, man, not here to hurt me. Mother Nature won't do anything to hurt us. Trust me.
Did you identify another plant?
Yes. Which one did I do? Well, while you were gone. That tree that looks like a maple.
Silver maple.
It's maple? And so look at the amount of our
They
pain
look like a silver
for
beer.
pain.
It's common.
Yeah.
This one I miss.
So this is this one that you're seeing is it's so abundant here. This one, look at how beautiful it is. So it's white now, but this is the same plant that turns yellow when it is mature. And then I'm seeing and this is great because guess what happened, guys? I mean, a lot of what I'm doing is you can relate to, because I'm in America. A lot of the herbs that I'm looking at now are herbs that most of you can actually go out there. All right, so the one that we just looked at is called checkertree. Yeah, Auntie?
Yeah.
Checkertree.
Look at this little one here.
Wow.
That's so pretty.
Hold on, I saw one that I want to show you a while ago. Look at this one. Look at this one, guys. Let me take up the camera.
Here, put on your shoes. I worry.
This one is a nice picture of it. Anybody know what this is? This is also grown in Jamaica. This is the common plantain. It's also called the white man herb. Yeah, they call it the white man herb. You know why they call it the white man herb? They call it the white man herb because they said everywhere the white man goes, this plant follows them. So the white man came to Jamaica. Maybe there's some truth to it, because the white man came to Jamaica, I don't know, and lo and behold, it's found in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And the common plantain it's also called
common plantain.
Common plantain. It's also called nature's bandage. It's also called nature's bandage. It's also a vegetable, but it's also called nature's bandage because it is used in nature. If you notice how broad the leaf is, and there's another one that is called the English plantain. So this herb, if you were to study American Indian herbalism, and remember the American Indians are another type of indigenous people. Just like when you study the Maroons, and we have herbs that is unique to the Maroons, there are herbs that are unique to every indigenous people. This herb is used widely among the American Indians because they were hunters. And so this herb is used whenever you get a scratch, you just break it up and put it over it, and it helps the healing process. It's also very good for the stomach. If you see this plant anywhere, guys, it's a mucilaginous herb. So if you were to taste it, it's slight. I can't taste it because it's on the flat and I know animals and people walk here. Yep. But this herb, if you were to taste it, it's slightly mucilaginous and it's good for the stomach. It's also very good for the eyes. If you can juice it and drop it in the eyes, it's very good for glaucoma.
I've seen it in a book, but I don't know.
I'm gonna look at that one, but look at this, guys. Look up in the tree. What is this? Me have to go know how. Like some farmer berry, and you know, say we can't just learn herbs and not learn about food. Because me have to imagine, suppose me come here and not have nothing. What did our ancestors, when our ancestors came from Africa and in America were slaves, what would they eat? So me have to go find out this hour. All right. So, me jump up and catch one. And me don't know if you can eat, but me go find out.
And you have ripe one too?
Yeah. You have some ripe ones. All right. Well, listen, but it's soft. This is how our ancestors would, because remember, slaves weren't fed healthy diet, you know, so let me taste this.
I bet that's something. What is that?
It's sweet.
Yeah, it tastes like Nesberry.
Very sweet. Yes, sir. But you swallow it, do it slightly have a
slippery.
So we know this is good for your stomach. And can't eat too much of this because it tastes like nectar. It tastes like syrup.
Yes.
So you know, so this is something where would give you a lot of energy. And too much energy, if you're diabetic, will begin to affect you. Let's see if we can identify it now. Very nice plant, very nice fruit.
Nice flavor too.
Very nice. So our ancestors, this is how, when they came here, this is how they would have been able to subsidize their diet. So I imagine that I just come here from Jamaica as a slave. Then ship me from Jamaica. And say, boy, we are sending you go to America because you seem to be a very docile slave. I'm trying to ID it. Don't know what it is yet. But I'm gonna take a picture of the tree. But let me look at the fruit and see what it is. Very sweet though.
Very sweet. Clawing. So
yeah, clawing. Well, I'm trying to position myself to give you a picture of the tree. All right, so this is that tree with the yellow berry on it. No, the temperature different. You will catch cold. How that never show it to us. No, man, I don't catch some cold, man. All right, so this is the tree. This tree here. This big tree here, that's it. And oh, guess what it is, guys?
No.
Japanese persimmon.
A persimmon?
Hey, Japanese persimmon. The persimmon, the leaf of persimmon is used for weight loss. How many plants we gone so far?
Let me see. 6.
You see how easy it is? I mean, how much? 6? We could have easily do, when you talk about 120 plants, I mean, if you really go out there, guys, so we found 120 plants, and you know what we should do? We shouldn't just document those that are medicinal. We should also document those that are food, right? Because we have to identify food and we have to identify medicine. So we found a persimmon tree, Japanese persimmon, or it's called Chinese persimmon. The seed in my mouth. Let me show you what the seed look like.
Persimmon, you know.
So what the seed look like here.
Go to the store and see and they buy and make it.
Yeah.
You know the persimmon?
Yeah, persimmon.
Persimmon.
So this is one of them, but this is green. When it's ripe, it's very soft and sweet. Hold on. All right, let's see what else we can find. How many we find so far?
We find 6.
6. Let's see how many more we can find. So see another briar here. The briar. This is another one of the briar. All right, I see some plants under the tree. Oh, briars those too. Lots of briars here. And they grow like yam. They're related to chainy root. Okay. So everything else here is basically just repeating itself. So, which one? Oh, see another plant here that we're seeing for the first time. This one. This one here. Let me crush the leaves. Yeah, man. Smells kind of like celery. Let's see if we can ID this one. Very nice. Look at the fine leaves.
Yeah, isn't that pretty?
Looks
Even
almost like an
dry.
ornamental.
Yes.
Can I get a good picture of this? All right. So many herbs we're finding, guys. So many herbs we're finding. Oh, what number are we now? Herb number what?
We're going to number 7.
This is herb number 7. And we have only been here about 45
I
minutes.
see a different something here.
Grass.
What kind of grass is this? It's different too.
So let's see how many more. And this is just the big entrance to the park. This is the parking lot.
Yes. This is a park.
So we haven't gone inside the park as yet to see what's there. So now, can I imagine now, Auntie? You can come back here, and when we finish identifying the herb, we bring it home, we add it to the diary, and then we add the common name, the botanical name. Once you have the scientific name, then you can start to do research on it. And record that information in the diary. And so you would have had all of those herbs, 7 herbs, that you would have now known and know their medicinal. And then what we do after you actually learn the herbs, the next thing that you want to do is experience them. So you want to take them as teas, you want to harvest them, dry them. So this is sagewort.
Sage is a kind of sage.
Sweet sagewort. It's sweet because it smells similar to Artemisia.
See it behind you.
Yeah.
We never see that before.
Yeah. It smells like sweet sage. S-A-G-E wort. W-O-R-T. One word. Sweet sagewort.
Sweet S-A-G-E.
Wort. W-O-R-T. So one word. Sagewort. Sweet sagewort. Let me show you it again. Sweet sagewort. That's it. Sweet sagewort. Everybody seeing it?
Look at the flowers, man.
Wow. And this is what the flower looks like. Hold it up. Yep. Good. That's the sweet sagewort. And what we can do is, I hope you're recording them. What we need to do now is we document them. We wanna go through, and we want to add them to our database. All right.
What's this one?
All right. So this grass.
This is an unusual grass too.
All right. Which grass is that?
This one.
Hold on.
Like we have water grass, that's good for your eyes. This one is a different. I've never seen this before either. And
see if we can take a picture. And as you know, most grasses are good for the urinary tract system, and most grasses are good to break up tumors. Most grasses are also good to detoxify the body. Most grasses are actually diuretics, so they're good for the kidney.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're good to supply the body with minerals, because if you taste the leaves, they're almost salty. So most grass taste salt.
You're not find that.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm waiting for it. All right, so yeah, boy. So that's herb number 8. That's herb number 8. And it produces a nice flower as well, So it's carpet grass. Hold on, guys. Yeah. So this is giant head grass. Giant head.
Yeah, put on your shoes.
No, man, no need the shoes. What is this now? This tree look like a maple. All right, so we're going in the park
What
now.
I know is that the silver maple, they have top roots. I saw the roots. Look at this. That's what about one out of my yard.
Okay. All right, this one we didn't ID this. Yeah, we did ID this one. Yeah, we did ID that one. So what we're seeing now is a repeat. Where are we now, Auntie?
We're going towards the park.
We're going towards the park.
Yes.
Okay, what building is that over there?
It's about a police station
Oh, so
and
police.
some other offices.
Okay. Hey, buddy. What other plant is that?
It's pawpaw.
Pawpaw?
Yeah.
We're doing a herb walk. You know what? Most of these plants here?
You know, a handful. Guy. A little bit.
He's a plant guy.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I'm live, you know, guys.
Okay.
Would it be coincidental that we're doing a herb walk? I'm from Jamaica.
Oh, awesome.
This is my aunt, and we're doing 60 minutes with Mother Nature. In other words, we're going through, and we are allowing Mother Nature to teach us what plants are, what their medicines are. What's your name?
Wesley.
Wesley, and this is
I'm Nick.
Nick. And are you into plants?
We have papaya. Is that papaya?
No, papaya. It's pawpaw.
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 And what is it good for?
So they produce North America's largest native fruit.
Wow.
So this is a pawpaw fruit.
Guys, look at this. This is a can I eat it?
Yeah,
You
you can
can.
try it.
Actually, let me see if I can find you a good one.
Yeah, see if you can.
All
find it.
right.
So it tastes very tropical, kind of.
Wow. No, guys, this is phenomenal. I just came up across these look like students. You guys are students?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. And what's your major? What are you doing?
We're both studying environmental science and technology.
Environmental science and technology. And this is right.
Yeah,
It's very
just about.
soft.
Yeah. Hold it.
So you should be able to break it.
Yeah.
All right.
break
So
it
I'm
open.
gonna break it. They're teaching me how to eat pawpaw. So I break it.
It should be really soft. Yeah. And there's the rest of it's edible. The inside, the meat.
Yeah. So there's seeds. You have to eat around the seeds.
So the seeds can be eaten.
I wouldn't eat the seeds.
I'm not a pawpaw expert, but yeah, I don't eat it.
We saw some persimmon.
Some Japanese
Yeah,
person.
yeah, there are some.
Auntie, now you want to taste it? It tastes like
Mango and pineapple.
yeah, man. You look like you come to Jamaica already.
I've been to Jamaica, yeah.
Yeah, man. This man know him at talk.
One of Blackies and there's one more down there.
It's like a tropical fruit.
It is, and there's some natives in North America. They grow all
So you
around.
can grow in Jamaica?
I should say.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. It tastes like custard apple.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what
yes.
some people call it.
Yeah, it tastes like custard apple. Tastes like mango. Tastes like papaya.
It's so good. Now I want to make something out of it today, and I wanted to see if I could plant one in my house.
So I'm Dr. Ben, by the way.
Doctor? Yeah, that's
Dr.
good.
Ben.
Nice to meet you,
I'm
Doctor.
a herbal doctor.
Very nice.
And so what I'm doing, I'm looking for 12,000 persons to teach 120 herbs in their immediate setting.
Okay.
So what I believe is that this is our pharmacy.
Okay.
And it's sad to know that we've been given all this medicine and we don't know what they're using.
Yeah, nobody knows. Barely anybody knows.
And they tell us, the plants tell us. So I'm from Jamaica and I've been seeing plant like that word plant. When I was coming in at the airport, I saw tons of it on both sides of the roads. I didn't know what it was, but I knew what it does.
Really?
Yeah, because there's what is called the doctrine of signature.
Okay.
So the doctrine of signature says that plants tell us their meaning. So from the bright yellow flower, that alone was telling me that it's good for urinary tract. Nearly all plants that produce a yellow flower,
Goldenrod?
it's called goldenrod. Come on again. 2 points.
Don't kill his hands.
2 points. So it's goldenrod, and it's good for the urinary tract system, and it's good for kidney stones. It's good for so many kidney issues.
Yeah.
So we've been here now, and we saw boneset. Boneset. Now boneset is a herb that was used by the Indians It's used to actually accelerate an injured bone. So when you're, that's why it's in your bone set, if you break a bone, that herb accelerates the healing process. And it produces a white flower. And the white flower is indicative of calcium.
That's pretty fascinating.
Yeah. So those are some of the lessons that Mother Nature teaches us. So we are going through now, we are trying to find out how many herbs we can find. And how we can now have that knowledge to your benefit. So that's not just herbs, but food as well.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in this park along the trail. So you'll see some very interesting stuff.
All right, guys. So thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, man. Bless you.
Good luck.
All right.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right. So we're on our way again, guys. So wonderful. We just met 2 students who
share with us, and it's sweet, but it's bitter at the end.
slightly bitter.
Slightly.
So I'm gonna bring one of these seeds.
You bring up the seed. Oh my God, papaya. And he's trying to prepare to plant it in his yard.
Tastes really nice.
Yeah, I'm see it all the while, you know. I'm say, Junior, this good for you can eat, you know.
Yeah, because
But
we got
you
to.
really have a eye. Because we don't even notice that they have a plant in their eye. Yeah.
So
See some
when I think about
it's the same.
when I think about when you're in nature, you learn to pay attention.
Okay.
Because most of what you're gonna learn is through observation.
Okay.
Again, because if you're a hunter, back then our ancestors used to hunt.
Yes.
If you couldn't pay attention to nature, you'd go home hungry.
Okay.
Because you have to pay attention to nature, to the grass, to everything, to the weeds, to the insects. You have to pay attention to all of that
Yes.
to be able to survive.
Okay.
So I tell persons all the time that because I'm naturally inquisitive, people who are naturally inquisitive do very well
Yeah.
working with plants.
Okay.
So I'm seeing so much of the greenbriers them. And again, that's just so much repeat of the same herb. So many. The reason why we can pass so many plants is because we're just seeing repeats.
Okay.
And that just repeats. We're just repeats. Just repeats. Just repeats.
I think they plant some plants, some good plants in the lake, around the lake.
So the plants. Look at that big patch of bone white.
Yes.
Look at that all those white flowers that you're seeing. Yes, boneset. And again.
It's indigenous to this area.
Yes, indigenous to this area. Boneset.
Yes, it grow wild.
All of those yellow flowers that you're seeing, goldenrods.
Yes.
Beautiful golden color they have. And
Used to walk on there. That's why we got kind of a little heavier. Because we didn't walk in. But I passed the whole of my back hurt. Now look at that.
Sagewort. So all we're seeing is a repeat of greenbriers, sagewort, goldenrods, the wild grapes, all that. It's just the same thing. All that is just the same thing. So we want to pay attention to that because Mother Nature is telling us something. If you go to a different part of this neighborhood or the state, you're going to see Mother Nature paying emphasis to a different set of herbs.
Yes.
Totally different set of herbs. Those are green, yellow, goldenrods that we're seeing again. Those yam looking. Those are the greenbriers. I touch you. These greenbriers, them. So it's just a repeat. All of these plants is just a repeat of the same plants. So we're trying to go into the park to see what else is there. Of course, once you go in the park, what we are now seeing is not really nature growing them. These are intentionally grown.
Some of them.
Most of them are intentionally grown. Oh, look at this, Auntie. We never see this one. All right, no, it's the same
It's
thing.
the same thing. They have a lot here. Even at my house, you'll take up the place.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in the park. Wow. This is nice. So this is our lake?
Yes.
Man-made lake?
Yeah, man-made lake.
Wow.
It was made in the 40s by one of the presidents.
Wow. Oh, it's like a jogging trail.
Nobody drives here apart from the park people.
Uh-huh.
But they ride a lot of bicycle
Uh-huh.
around here. We can start from left.
All right. We're gonna one now, auntie.
Okay, you can stop anytime you're ready.
All right. So, all right, I'm gonna stop right here, guys, because for the most part, what I'm seeing is a repeat of the same herbs. I'm sure there are other herbs here, but those herbs would not be in a dominant reoccurrence. So let me just go over. Let's come, auntie. Come with me now. And then you're tired?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, man. So me and auntie do it today. All right, auntie. So you now tell me. So this is see? Yeah, and my auntie come for band. How long me see your auntie?
Ages.
This is what? Yeah. Couple of years, well, maybe I come to Jamaica.
Before COVID.
So we look alike? All right, tell me now, let's go over them. What do we have?
You have golden.
So we have 8 of them. We have the goldenrod. We have the boneset. We have the dandelion. We have the winterberry, or the black alder it's called. We have the common plantain. We have the persimmon. We have the sweet sagewort, and what was the last one? Pawpaw, which is a fruit, and we all them. Yep.
Yeah,
Sweet sagewort, 8 of them. So in our 1 hour walk today, we're able to identify over 8 from Brooklyn. This is Mafia, Tambora
Jackson.
Oh, I'm live. Monica, hi Monica. Mitzi, hi. So we were able to identify 8 herbs. So what you want to do now is when you go on your herb walk, so we're gonna bring this one and we're gonna enter this common name in the common name section of the diary. Then we're going to also look up, hey Adriana, we're also going to look up other common names to add to the common name section of the diary. And then we're going to add the scientific name, because once you have the scientific name, then you can do all the research that you need to do. Then we're going to identify the family. When we start to do research, we're gonna identify the properties of the herb, whether it's astringent, whether it's diuretic, whatever it is, we're gonna identify all of those, and we're gonna make note of them. And then we're gonna also begin to look up the contraindications. If you are gonna use this herb medicinally, what medicine would it contradict with? We're also gonna try to identify the dosage. Hey Monica, I'll reach out to you, Monica. You want to identify the dosage, all of those you want to identify, and then you're going to start to write out the medicinal uses. Now, when you learn herbs like this, it's nearly impossible for you to forget it. Now, after you do all of that, what you're going to do now is you're going to go back through, and so the goldenrod, you're going to try to harvest it, dry it, and make a tea from it. You're going to try to get the boneset. You're going to dry it, harvest it, because knowing a herb means to have an intimate knowledge. As I said to persons, and I will say it again, you don't need to know a lot of herbs to be a good herbalist. So you don't need to know a lot of herbs. What you need to know is a lot about the herbs that you know.
Okay.
Right? So you don't need to know a lot of herbs, but you need to know a lot about the herbs that you know.
Okay.
So if it is 10 herbs that you know, you need to know everything there is to know about those 10 herbs.
Right.
You don't have to know 100 herbs.
Okay.
And as you continue to expand your herbal knowledge like that, once you reach 120 herbs, I'm telling you, you can do anything with that knowledge, because today we learn herbs that are good for urinary tract infection, kidney stones, any type of urinary tract issues. We learn about herbs that would help to set bones, broken bones, or bones that would have lost density. So if a person has osteoporosis, then that would be a herb that's good for that. Dandelion, which is good for the liver, black alder, so many herbs. So guys, I want to thank you. We got 1 hour and 5 minutes. I didn't even know.
When the time comes.
Oh, Deborah says good in Bermuda. So I want to thank you guys for being on. I didn't even know today was going to be possible again because I'm just riding the waves. I wanted to come on from this morning, but Sunday morning, I'm going to get up. I'm not going to be on tomorrow's Shabbat, but Sunday morning, I'm going to be up again, and I'm going to be doing another herb walk from right here in Maryland to see what else we can add to our list of herbs. All right? So thank you guys for being on, and I want to just remind you again, in order to be a good herbalist, you don't need to know a lot of herbs. What you need to know is a lot about the herbs that you know. See you guys in our next video. Bye-bye.
Even when we see on your blog, we say God